I had bariatric surgery exactly 11 months ago. My heaviest weight was 435 pounds, and as of this morning, I weighed 251. So I'm down a total of 184 pounds, which is honestly amazing. But that also means that if I can lose 16 more pounds over the next 30 days, I'll have lost 200 pounds by my 1-year surgery anniversary. So in this video, I'll give you a quick recap of the last 11 months of my journey, and I'll explain exactly how I plan to hit this massive goal of losing 200 pounds by October 30th, 2025. I'm Joel, and you're watching Joel Gets Swole. Before we get started, I'm really trying to grow this channel, and it would mean a lot if you could hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and even share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy it. So a quick recap of my health journey so far. After years of yo-yoing with my weight, I finally decided to have bariatric surgery in October of 2024. The surgery I had is called the SADI-S, and I made a whole other video explaining exactly what that surgery is. But just to recap, my stomach was sleeved similar to the vertical sleeve gastrectomy or the VSG surgery. I also had an intestinal bypass, similar to the gastric bypass, meaning that the food that I eat no longer travels through all of my intestines. This causes malabsorption, which means my body doesn't absorb all the nutrients that I eat, especially fat. The surgery I had is really powerful, and it's one of the most aggressive bariatric surgeries that exists. And so, honestly, the weight came off really easily, especially the first 6 to 7 months after surgery. Then the weight loss started to slow down, but I still would have big drops on the scale. They would just be followed by a week or two of plateaus. Gradually, over the past few months, the plateaus have been getting longer and the drops on the scale have gotten a little smaller, but I'm still trending down even now. And that lines up with what I expected from hearing from other people who had had my surgery. Most people seem to say that the weight slows down after about 6 to 9 months, but it can still continue to trend downwards even up to about 18 months after surgery. Now, here 11 months post-op, I have to be really honest and say I've lost 184 pounds, but I haven't really tried that hard. Now, I know what that sounds like, and I'm not saying this journey has been easy, not at all. The first few weeks and months after surgery were some of the most difficult experiences of my life, and it honestly took a long time for me to feel normal again. What I mean when I say I haven't had to try very hard is that I haven't tried that hard to lose weight. The surgery really has been doing the heavy lifting up to this point. All I really had to do was listen to my body and to the effects that the surgery was having on my body. I had to focus on protein and make reasonably smart food choices, and the weight just kept coming off. I really haven't had to track my food. I haven't really had to consistently exercise, and the surgery has carried me this far so far. So now I'm entering a new phase of my journey, and it's going to be really interesting because I have lost the majority of the weight I intended to lose, but I still intend to lose somewhere between 20 to 40 pounds. And I know that those pounds will not come off as easily as the previous ones. At some point, probably when I hit around 225 pounds, I will start to shift my focus from weight loss to muscle building, and that will be a whole new chapter of my health journey that I cannot wait to document here on this channel. But to get back to the point of this video, how exactly do I plan to lose 16 pounds over the next 30 days? Well, I'm going to start doing 3 things that I haven't been doing, and I think the combination of those things, along with the effects that I still have of surgery, will be able to jumpstart my weight loss again and get me to my 200-pound loss goal. The first thing I'm going to do is start tracking my food. Like I said before, I haven't really had to do this. I did start doing it for a while, but I found that I was eating so little in the very beginning that it wasn't really worth me tracking. I was just losing a lot of weight, and I haven't really had to track up to this point to continue losing. But now that I'm 11 months post-op, although I can't eat in large quantities even still, I can eat a lot of smaller meals throughout the day, or I can even snack throughout the day. And I think those calories may be adding up to a little bit more than I need at this point. So I'm going to start tracking, and my plan is to hit around 2,000 calories a day. I got that number by plugging in my ideal body weight, which is around 225 pounds, to a BMR calculator online. The BMR is the basal metabolic rate, and that just tells me how many calories on average my 225-pound body will be burning just to maintain its weight. So I think that's a decent target. I still have the effects of the malabsorption from the surgery, so I'm not going to be too obsessed about hitting that exact number. I will have some wiggle room in there between maybe 100 or 200 calories, but the goal is to aim for around 2,000 calories, and I think I'll be in good shape to be losing weight. The second thing I plan to do is hit a step count, and my goal is to hit 10,000 steps per day. This is a big goal for me. I know that many people seem to do this and it's not a big deal, but I have a work from home desk job, and there are plenty of days where I get maybe 3,000 to 4,000 steps without really trying. And so I'm going to really have to focus and intentionally try to hit the 10,000 step goal. I'm going to have to take breaks throughout the day. I'm going to have to start early and just keep track of my step count and be aware of it throughout the day so I can hit it and I don't get the end of my day and I'm only at like 2,000 steps, because I've definitely done that before and I don't want that to be my experience over the next month. I think the idea of just generally being more active is going to really help just burn those extra calories throughout the day that I wouldn't be otherwise burning. I'm looking forward to seeing what effect that has on my weight loss. The final thing I plan to do is to start intentional cardio and strength training 4 times per week. I won't go into too much detail here because I do plan to make more videos in the future detailing my strength and cardio routines. But in general, for strength training, I'm planning to focus on compound barbell movements, mainly the big 4. So squat, bench, deadlift, and overhead press. For cardio, I'll be using a rowing machine, and I plan to get around 20 minutes on the rower each time I work out on it. Now, this may not seem like all that radical of a weight loss plan, and honestly, it's not, and that's on purpose. I've done plenty of extreme diet and exercise plans over the years, and even though they would probably help me hit my goal here is not just to hit the weight on the scale, but it's to develop the habits that I'll be able to sustain long term. I'm not planning to just start these activities and then stop them after 30 days. My plan was always to introduce cardio, strength training, tracking my food, and step goal into my daily health routine just moving forward. And so I think now is a good time to pull those levers and see if I can hit this goal while also adding them into my daily routine and making them part of my health plan moving forward. I know that I'm going to need to have these habits in place if I'm going to maintain my weight loss long term. And that's always been the main goal of losing the weight. It was not to ever hit a number on the scale, it was to be healthy for the rest of my life. Now, the truth is, I don't know if I'm going to hit this goal. Like I said previously, the weight loss has slowed down, and it definitely doesn't come off as easily as when I first started. But I really do want to see if I can hit this goal. And I don't want to do it by doing some crazy binge or some crazy extreme diet or extreme exercise. I really want to see if I can just add these things in and get to the goal that I'm planning on. If you're curious about how I'm doing over the next month, I will be posting on my Instagram stories just a daily update on how I'm doing on my goals. I'll put my Instagram handle down below. You can follow me at Joel_gets_swole. Feel free to check that out and follow me there. I will be posting updates on my journey over the next 30 days. Of course, you can also check back here on the channel in 30 days or so, and I will have a full update on how the past month has gone and whether or not I hit my goal of losing 200 pounds by my 1-year surgery anniversary. If you're still here on the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, please subscribe, hit the like button, and share the video with a friend that you think would enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.